संज्ञार्थं तान् ब्रवीमि ते।
संज्ञार्थं तान् ब्रवीमि ते।
भवान् भीष्मश्च कर्णश्च
भवान् भीष्मश्च कर्णश्च
कृपश्च समितिञ्जयः
कृपश्च समितिञ्जयः
अश्वत्थामा विकर्णश्च
अश्वत्थामा विकर्णश्च
सौमदत्तिस्तथैव च
सौमदत्तिस्तथैव च
अन्ये च बहवः शूरा
अन्ये च बहवः शूरा
मदर्थे त्यक्तजीविताः
मदर्थे त्यक्तजीविताः
नानाशस्त्रप्रहरणाः
नानाशस्त्रप्रहरणाः
सर्वे युद्धविशारदाः
सर्वे युद्धविशारदाः
अपर्याप्तं तदस्माकम्
अपर्याप्तं तदस्माकं
बलं भीष्माभिरक्षितम्
बलं भीष्माभिरक्षितम्
पर्याप्तं त्विदमेतेषाम्
पर्याप्तं त्विदमेतेषां
बलं भीमाभिरक्षितम्
बलं भीमाभिरक्षितम्
अयनेषु च सर्वेषु
अयनेषु च सर्वेषु
यथा भागमवस्थिताः
यथा भागमवस्थिताः
भीष्ममेवाभिरक्षन्तु
भीष्ममेवाभिरक्षन्तु
भवन्तः सर्व एव हि
भवन्तः सर्व एव हि
तस्य सञ्जनयन् हर्षम्
तस्य सञ्जनयन् हर्षं
कुरु वृद्धः पितामहः
कुरु वृद्धः पितामहः
सिंहनादं विनद्योच्चैः
सिंहनादं विनद्योच्चैः
शङ्खं दद्मौ प्रतापवान्
शङ्खं दद्मौ प्रतापवान्
ततः शङ्खाश्च भैर्यश्च
ततः शङ्खाश्च भैर्यश्च
पणवानकगोमुखाः
पणवानकगोमुखाः
सहसैवाभ्यहन्यन्त
सहसैवाभ्यहन्यन्त
सशब्दस्तुमुलोऽभवत्
सशब्दस्तुमुलोऽभवत्
ततः श्वेतैर्हयैर्युक्ते
ततः श्वेतैर्हयैर्युक्ते
महति स्यन्दने स्थितौ
महति स्यन्दने स्थितौ
माधवः पाण्डवश्चैव
माधवः पाण्डवश्चैव
दिव्यौ शङ्खौ प्रदध्मतुः
दिव्यौ शङ्खौ प्रदध्मतुः
पाञ्चजन्यं ऋषिकेशो
पाञ्चजन्यं ऋषिकेशो
देवदत्तं धनञ्जयः
देवदत्तं धनञ्जयः
पौण्ड्रं दध्मौ महाशङ्खम्
पौण्ड्रं दध्मौ महाशङ्खं
भीमकर्मावृकोदरः
भीमकर्मावृकोदरः
अनन्तविजयं राजा
अनन्तविजयं राजा
कुन्तीपुत्रो युधिष्ठिरः
कुन्तीपुत्रो युधिष्ठिरः
नकुलः सहदेवश्च
नकुलः सहदेवश्च
सुघोषमणिपुष्पकौ
सुघोषमणिपुष्पकौ
काश्यश्च परमेश्वासः
काश्यश्च परमेश्वासः
शिखण्डी च महारथः
शिखण्डी च महारथः
धृष्टद्युम्नो विराटश्च
दृष्टद्युम्नो विराटश्च
सात्यकिश्चापराजितः
सात्यकिश्चापराजितः
द्रुपदो द्रौपदेयाश्च
द्रुपदो द्रौपदेयाश्च
सर्वशः पृथिवीपते
सर्वशः पृथिवीपते
सौभद्रश्च महाबाहुः
सौभद्रश्च महाबाहुः
शङ्खान् दद्मुः पृथक् पृथक्
शङ्खान् दद्मुः पृथक् पृथक्
सघोषो धार्तराष्ट्राणाम्
सघोषो धार्तराष्ट्राणाम्
हृदयानि व्यदारयत्
हृदयानि व्यदारयत्
नभश्च पृथिवीं चैव
नभश्च पृथिवीं चैव
तुमुलो व्यनुनादयन्
तुमुलो व्यनुनादयन्
अथ व्यवस्थितान् दृष्ट्वा
अथ व्यवस्थितान् दृष्ट्वा
धार्तराष्ट्रान् कपिध्वजः
धार्तराष्ट्रान् कपिध्वजः
प्रवृत्ते शस्त्रसम्पाते
प्रवृत्ते शस्त्रसम्पाते
धनुरुद्यम्य पाण्डवः
धनुरुद्यम्य पाण्डवः
ऋषिकेशं तदा वाक्यम्
ऋषिकेशं तदा वाक्यम्
इदमाह महीपते
इदमाह महीपते
अर्जुन उवाच
अर्जुन उवाच
सेनयोरुभयोर्मध्ये
सेनयोरुभयोर्मध्ये
रथं स्थापयमेच्युत
रथं स्थापयमेच्युत
यावदेतान्निरीक्षेऽहम्
यावदेतान्निरीक्षेऽहम्
योद्धुकामानवस्थितान्
योद्धुकामानवस्थितान्
कैर्मया सह योद्धव्यम्
कैर्मया सह योद्धव्यम्
अस्मिन् रणसमुद्यमे
अस्मिन् रणसमुद्यमे
योत्स्यमानानवेक्षेऽहम्
योत्स्यमानानवेक्षेऽहम्
य एतेऽत्र समागताः
य एतेऽत्र समागताः
धार्तराष्ट्रस्य
भारतराष्ट्रस्य दुर्बुद्धे
युद्धे प्रियचिकीर्षवः
युद्धे प्रियचिकीर्षवः
सञ्जय उवाच
सञ्जय उवाच
एवमुक्तो ऋषिकेशो
एवमुक्तो ऋषिकेशो
गुडाकेशेन भारत
गुडाकेशेन भारत
सेनयोरुभयोर्मध्ये
सेनयोरुभयोर्मध्ये
स्थापयित्वा रथोत्तमम्
स्थापयित्वा रथोत्तमम्
भीष्मद्रोणप्रमुखतः
भीष्मद्रोणप्रमुखतः
सर्वेषां च महीक्षिताम्
सर्वेषां च महीक्षिताम्
उवाच पार्थ पश्यैतान्
उवाच पार्थ पश्यैतान्
समवेतान् कुरूनिति
समवेतान् कुरूनिति
तत्रापश्यत् स्थितान् पार्थः
तत्रापश्यत् स्थितान् पार्थः
पितॄनथ पितामहान्
पितॄनथ पितामहान्
आचार्यान् मातुलान् भ्रातॄन्
आचार्यान् मातुलान् भ्रातॄन्
पुत्रान् पौत्रान् सखींस्तथा
पुत्रान् पौत्रान् सखींस्तथा
श्वशुरान् सुहृदश्चैव
श्वशुरान् सुहृदश्चैव
सेनयोरुभयोरपि
सेनयोरुभयोरपि
तान् समीक्ष स कौन्तेयः
तान् समीक्ष स कौन्तेयः
जय श्री कृष्ण दीदी। जय श्री कृष्ण दीदी।
Jai Shri Krishna Didi.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Okay. Shall we start, Didi, actually? Or should we wait for? Shall we start, Didi? Hello.
Just a second, Didi. Just a second.
Yeah.
Mahi Didi, can we start? Hari Om, Mahi Didi.
Urmila ji, I think we can start the session.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay, my
Didi.
dear.
We can start.
Yes,
Yeah.
okay, no problem. Thank you so much. Chalo, Jai Shri Krishna to all of you. So today we have here for the extra class of for Gītā Pathik exam. You have already done your Gītā Jigyasu and Pathak. So only 6 chapters have added to Gītā Pathak, and now you must be prepared with all the chapters. I'm sure about it. So it's a extra class so that a little revision with you all, right? So let's start with a prayer. We will be taking chapter 1 today. Okay. First we'll have the prayer. Vasudeva Sutan Devam Kamsa Chanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. Jai Shri Krishna to all of you. So let's start with chapter 1 today. So consecutively, we'll be having all the 6 chapters, which we have learned in L3, chapter 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, so today we'll have chapter 1. The name of the chapter is Arjuna Vishada Yoga. Okay, so let's start. Om Shri Paramatmane Namaha. श्रीमद्भगवद्गीता अथ प्रथमोऽध्यायः अथ प्रथमोऽध्यायः धृतराष्ट्र उवाच धर्मक्षेत्रे कुरुक्षेत्रे समवेतायुयुत्सवः मामकाः पाण्डवाश्चैव किमकुर्वत संजय. Okay, see the first charan, dharma kshetre, the aghat, you should not miss out on letter ma for partial ka, because ksha is a combination of partial ka and murdhanya sha, shatkon wala sha, right? So partial ka should come on ma, right? So that is dharma kshetre, kshetre, we have to prolong, kurukshetre, kurukshetre, samaveta, sama, complete pronunciation. It should not be sam. It is samaveta, yuyutsavaha, yuyu, both are with a short pronunciation. Yuyutsavaha, mamaka, mamaka. See the middle letter ma. It should not be mam. It should be mamaka. Pandavaschaiva, Pandavaschaiva, Kimakurvata Sanjaya, Kimakurvata Sanjaya, Sanjaya, little nasal sound for ya. So we should not give any facial expression for Sanjaya and all. A simple way we have to say Sanjaya, okay? So, Dharma Kshetre Kurukshetre समवेतायुयुत्सवः मामकाः पाण्डवाश्चैव किमकुर्वत संजय किमकुर्वत. It should not be kim. Kima, ma, with a complete pronunciation. Kimakurvata sanjaya. Okay, next slope, please. Sanjaya uvacha, Sanjaya uvacha, Drashtva tu Pandavanīkam, Vyūdhan Duryodhanastada, Acharyamupasangamya, Raja Vachanamabravīt. So, Drashtva, Dru, as in this particular letter, the is consonant and the half curve at the bottom actually, that is for Rushivala Ru. So it is Dr. As we say in Drishti, Drishya, okay, Drishyam, right? So that Dr we have to pronounce. As we say Kr, the same pronunciation we have to take with the. That is Dr. Okay. Drishtva, partial Sha, Ta, partial and Va complete. So Drishtva tu. Now over here we tend to make a mistake that tu we prolong. So but we tu is with a short pronunciation over here. So Drishtva tu Pandavanikam. Drishtva tu Pandavanikam. Vyūdhan, view we have to prolong. Vyūdhan Duryodhanastada. Duryo. It should not be Duryo. It should be Duryodhanas. Tada, okay. Acharya mupasangamya, Acharya mupa, complete pronunciation for pa. Acharya mupasangamya, Raja vachanamabravīt, Raja vachanamabravīt. Okay, next slope please, Didi. Pashyaitam Panduputrāṇām Acārya Mahati Chamu Vyūdhān Drupada Putrena Tava Shishyena Dhīmata. Okay, while reciting the shlokas, only 5 things we have to keep in mind. The Dirgha pronunciation, Rasva pronunciation, that is the long pronunciation, short pronunciation, the Aghat, the Anuswar, the Anunasik for that, and the Visarga, right? If we take care of these 5 things, then you will never go wrong while reciting the shloka. Okay, so let's see. Pashyaita, right? So whenever the joint letter comes with ya, so that ya has to be pronounced clearly. Okay, so it's in a hurry we may say Pashyaita, but it is not Pashyai, it is Pashyai. So ya has to be pronounced clearly over here. Pashyaitam Panduputranam. Aghat on pu. Putranam Acharya Mahati. Mahati, the nasal sound after the long pronunciation of T. Mahati Chamu. Chamu. Okay. Acharya Mahati Chamu. Vyudhan Drupadaputtrena. Vyudhan Drupadaputtrena Tava Shishyena Dhimata. Over here, partial sh, murdhanya sh, the aghat on she for partial sh. So both the shs have come together. So we should try to differentiate the sound of sh and sh. Okay, so Tava Shishyena Dhimata. Dhimata, dhi with a long pronunciation. Dhimata. Okay. Next shlok, please. Atra shura maheshwasa Bhimarjuna samayudhi Yuyudhano viratascat Drupadascha maharatha. Okay, so the aghat on letter A. Atra shura. Atra shura maheshwasa. Maheshwasa. Bhimarjuna samayudhi. Yudhi. Both the letters are with a short pronunciation. Yudhi. Bhimarjuna samayudhi. Yuyudhano, yuyu, both the letters are with the short pronunciation. Dhano, both the letters with the long pronunciation. Okay. Yuyudhano virataschat, virataschat. Okay. Aghat on ta and aghat on sha. Both the aghats are prominent. Though the charan ends over there, we should know that there is aghat. We should remember that there is aghat on letter ch. So a slight pronunciation of next partial letter we can take with ch. So it should be ch, right? Yuyudhano virataschat drupadascha maha ratha. Drupadascha maharatha. Drupadascha maharatha. Okay. Next shlok, Didi. Drishtaketushchekitana. Drishtaketushchekitana. Kashirajascha viryavan. Kashirajascha viryavan. Purujit kunti bhojascha. Purujit kunti bhojascha. Shaibhyascha narapungavaha. Shaibhyascha narapungavaha. See the first one. Drishta. Drishta ketush. Drishta ketush. As we say Krishna, say Kr in Krishna. The same way we have to say Dhr in Drishta. Okay. Drishta. It is T and not Th. Please take care of that. Drishta ketush. Chekitana, Chekitana, Kashirajascha viryavan, Kashirajascha viryavan, Purujit, Puru, both the letters are with a short pronunciation. Purujit kunti, Purujit kunti bhojascha, Bhojascha, Shaibhyascha, Shaibhyascha, I pronunciation over here, not Shaibhyascha, it is Shaibhyascha, Shaibhyascha Narapungavaha, Shaibhyascha narapongavaha. That g sound, nasal sound should be heard clearly. Pongavaha. Okay. Next slide, please. Yudhamanyuscha vikranta uttamaujaश्च वीर्यवान् सौभद्रो द्रौपदेयाश्च सर्व एव महारथाः. See the visarga sound, thaha. Tha we have to prolong, and the visarga sound ha should be taken quickly. Maharathaha. Sarva eva maharathaha. Yudha manyuscha. Manyuscha. That you has to be heard clearly. Manuscha. It should not be manushcha. It is manyuscha. Okay. Yudha manyuscha vikranta. Uttamaujaश्च. It should be mau. Au sound. Ma with au. It is maujaश्च. Should not be maujaश्च. Maujaश्च. Uttamaujaश्च वीर्यवान्. Saubhadro Draupadeyaश्च. See, the first word ends with dro. Dra and o, right? And the second word starts with drau. That is dra and au. See the difference a little. Be little alert over here. Saubhadro Draupadeyaश्च. Saubhadro Draupadeyaश्च. Sarva eva maharathaः. Sarva eva maharathaः. Next slope, please. Asmakan tu vishishtaye tan nibodhadvijottama nayaka mama sainyasya Sainjnyarthan bravimite. Over here, asmakan tu. Tu, here tu is with a short pronunciation. So, in a hurry, we may extend it. We may say tu, but it will be wrong. Tu is with a short pronunciation. So, asmakan tu vishishtaye. Tu vishishtaye. Okay. Tan nibodhadvijottama. Dviti of the over here. Aghat on the for partial the. Tan nibodhadvijottama. Dvijottama. Two similar consonants have followed by jo. So dvijottama. Nayaka mama sainyasya. Again the joint letters with here. Sainyasya. Sainyasya. Okay. Nayaka mama sainyasya. Sainjnyarthan tan bravimite. Now the pronunciation for dnya is different. Now, according regional wise, the pronunciation of nya differs, right? So, if we are saying nya, then accordingly the anunasik should come. Now, over here, the nya is shown as anunasik. So, the pronunciation for nya should be jnya. So, it should be sainjnyarthan. Sainjnyarthan. Okay. If we are pronouncing the dnya, then it should be sadnyarthan. Sadnyarthan. Okay. If we are pronouncing dnya as gya, then it should be sagyarthan. Okay. So according to our pronunciation of dnya, that the anunasik should be pronounced. Okay. So here it is Sainjnyarthan tan bravimite. Tan bravimite. V has to be prolonged. Bravimite. Okay. Next one, please. Bhavan bhishmascha karnascha krupascha samitinjayaha ashwathama vikarnascha saumadattis tathaiva cha. Okay. Bhavan, va we have to prolong. Bhavan bhishmascha, bhishmascha, sha murdanya shovaya, and bhi we have to prolong. Bhishmascha, Bhavan bhishmascha karnascha, karnascha, Krupascha samitinjayaha. Krupascha, krupascha. It should not be kru, it should not be kri also. The pronunciation is in between the kru and kri. Krupascha samitinjayaha. The nasal sound, slight nasal sound for ya. Samitinjayaha. Okay? Ashwathama vikarnascha. Simple it is, aghat on a and aghat on v. Both the aghats are prominent, so they should be heard clearly. Ashwathama, Ashwathama vikarnascha, Saumadattistathaiva cha. Sau, it is sau, sa with au, it is not so, it is sau. Saumadattistathaiva cha. Thataiva cha. In a hurry, we may say thataiva, but it is the first and then tha. Tathaiva cha. Saumadattistathaiva cha. Okay. Next, look at it, please. Anye cha bahava shura madarthe tyakta jivitaha nana shastra praharanas sarve yuddha visharadaha. Anye cha, it is not anne, it is anye. Okay, the ya with a pronunciation, so that ye has to be heard clearly. Anye cha bahavashura, anye cha bahavashura madarthe tyakta jivitaha. Madarthe, he we have to pronounce. Tyakta, tyakta, the partial ya complete aghat on ya for partial ka. Tyakta, tyakta, madarthe, tyakta jivitaha, taha. Don't forget to take the visarga. Nana shastra praharanas, nana shastra. If you don't give this aghat, then we won't be able to put all the letters in tune, right? So that aghat is very prominent and aghat is very important over here, right? Nana shastra praharanas sarve yuddha visharadaha. Nana shastra praharanas sarve yuddha visharadaha. Okay, next slok please. Okay. Aparyaptam tadasmakam balam bhishmabhirakshitam paryaptam tvidamete Balam bhima bhirakshitam. Now there is hardly any change in between second and fourth children. So we have to have some or the other trick to remember which comes first, Bhishma or Bhima. So a small trick, that is Bhishma is elderly, so Bhishma should come first, right? So then Bhima. And while reciting Bhishma and Bhima, Bhi has to be prolonged. That care we have to take. Then Aparyaptan. Aparyaptam tadasmakam. Aghat is prominent here. Tadasmakam balam bhishma bhirakshitam. Rakshitam. Aghat on ra for partial ka. Bhishma bhirakshitam. Paryaptam tvidametesham. Tvida, the is with a complete pronunciation. It should not be twid. It is tvidametesham. पर्याप्तं त्विदमेतेषां बलं भीमाभिरक्षितम् बलं भीमाभिरक्षितम्. Okay, next slide, please. अयनेषु च सर्वेषु यथा भागमवस्थिताः भीष्ममेवाभिरक्षन्तु भवन्तः सर्व एव हि. अयनेषु च सर्वेषु अयनेषु च अयनेषु च सर्वेषु. Shu should be with a short pronunciation. Both the shoes. Ne, the previous letters we have to prolong, so automatically shu can be adjusted, right? So shu can be pronounced with a short pronunciation. Okay, so it is ayaneshu cha sarveshu. Okay, so the previous letters we have to extend a little so that automatically shu will be in tune. Okay, अयनेषु च सर्वेषु यथा भागमवस्थिताः. Aghat on va is prominent here. Vasthitaः भीष्ममेवाभिरक्षन्तु भीष्ममेवाभि. He is with a short. We have to prolong. So it is Bhishmamevabhirakshantu. Rakshantu. Okay, Aghat is prominent here on letter R and letter Ksha. Okay, so please take care of that. Because why I'm insisting on Aghats? Because there are marks for Aghats and Anuswar and Visarga. Right, so you should not lose the marks on that, right? So please be little careful all these small things, because small things also matter a lot, right? So Bhishmamevabhirakshantu. Rakshantu. Tu is with a short pronunciation. Bhavantas sarva eva hi. Last letter is with a short pronunciation. Should not be eva hi. No. Eva hi. Eva hi. Bhavantas sarva eva hi. Bhavantas sarva eva hi. Ayaneshu cha sarveshu यथा भागमवस्थिताः भीष्ममेवाभिरक्षन्तु भवन्तः सर्व एव हि. Okay, next please. तस्य संजनयन् हर्षं कुरु वृद्धः पितामहः सिंहनादं विनद्योच्चैः शङ्खं दध्मौ प्रतापवान्. तस्य संजनयन् हर्षं संजनयन्. Okay, sign we have to separate from janayan. Okay, संजनयन् हर्षं. Tasya संजनयन् हर्षं. Tasya संजनयन् हर्षं. Okay, Kuru vruddha. Kuru, both the letters are with a short pronunciation. Kuru vruddha pitamaha. 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 Both the pronunciations are correct. Okay, mahaha or mahaha. Okay, Kuru vruddha pitamaha. Next, right? Simhanadam. Now see the anuswar on letter C is we are going to pronounce as w. It is not sinha, it is simha. The following letter is ha, right? So if the following letter is ya or la, right, then the pronunciation becomes ya or la for that anuswar. Except that whichever letter comes, the anuswar sound should be w. Okay, except ya and la. The following letter is ha over here, so the pronunciation for anuswar is w, right? So it is Simhanadam. Okay, so the charan is Simhanadam Vinadyochaish Vinadyochaish Nadyo, right? Over here, Dya is the next following letter of Na. So the it is a combination of the and ya. So the is partial and ya is complete. So the will go on with na. So the aghat on na for partial the and ya we have to prolong with a complete pronunciation yo. So nadyo it should be okay. Vinadyo chaish Vinadyo chaish. Okay. Simhanadam vinadyo chaish. Shankhan dadmau pratapavan. Shankhan, the nasal sound for g. Shankhan dadmau. The first, then partial the, and then mau. So the aghat on the for partial the. Dadmau, okay? Shankhan dadmau pratapavan. Simhanadam vinadyochaish Shankhan dadmau pratapavan. Okay, next slide, please. Tatashankhaschа bheryascha Panavanak gomukhaha Sahasaivaabhyahanyanta Sashabdastu bhavat. Okay, Tatashankhaschа Tatash, okay, ta with a complete pronunciation with a visarga sound, sh, partial sh, halanta sh. Tatashankhaschа bheryascha Panavanak gomukhaha Naka with a complete pronunciation. Panavanak gomukhaha Sahasaivaabhyahanyanta. It is saha, not sehe. Sehe saivabhya. No, it is not say, it is sa. Sahasaivaabhyahanyanta. Sashabdastumulo bhavat. Sashabdastumulo bhavat. Okay, next one, please. Yes. Next no. Tatashvetairyukte. Tatashvetairyukte. Mahatisyandane stitau. Madhava Pandavaschaiva. Divyau Shankau Pradadmatuhu. Tatashvetairyukte. The partial r sound will come on the previous letter. Wherever there is rafar, we can see rafar on her, rafar on you. So the partial r sound will be taking with the on the previous letter, that is on tai and on yai. Okay, so it will be, the pronunciation will be Tatashvetairyukte. Tatashvetairyukte. Mahati Syandane Stitau. Sorry, Mahatisyandane Stitau. Mahatisyandane Stitau. There is aghat on letter T. T is with a short pronunciation, so the aghat becomes prominent over here. Mahatisyandane Stitau. Madhava Pandavaschaiva. Madhava Pandavaschaiva Vaschaiva Divyau Shankau Pradadmatuhu. Divyau Dviti of letter V. Divyau Shankau Pradadmatuhu. Pradadmatuhu. The first and then aghat on the for partial the. Pradadmatuhu. Okay, next look please. Panchajanyam Hrishikesho देवदत्तं धनञ्जयः पौण्ड्रं दध्मौ महाशङ्खं भीमकर्मावृकोदरः पाञ्चजन्यं पाञ्चजन्यं we have to prolong and then the nasal sound for ya. Paञ्चजन्यं ऋषिकेशो r as we pronounce in hriday. Okay, ऋषिकेशो देवदत्तं धनञ्जयः देवदत्तं धनञ्जयः पौण्ड्रन् Pound Pow we have to belong towards the end of pow we'll be saying na. Poundran dadhmau mahashankham भीमकर्मा वृकोदरः भीमकर्मा वृकोदरः Vriko, Vriko, as we say in Vriksha, Vriksha, okay? We have to pronounce Vr as we pronounce Kr, okay? So, Vriko Daraha, Bhima Karma, Vriko Daraha, okay? Simple, the words are simple. Yes, next look, please. Ananta Vijayam Raja Kunti पुत्रो युधिष्ठिरः नकुलः सहदेवश्च सुघोषमणिपुष्पकौ okay Ananta Vijayam Raja simple the words are simple Ananta Vijayam Raja. Raja, both the letters are with the long pronunciation. Kunti Putro Yudhishthiraha. Yudhishthiraha. All the letters in this word are with the short pronunciation. Yudhishthiraha. Th over here and not ta. Yudhishthiraha. Okay. Nakulasahadevascha. नकुलसहदेवश्च सुघोषमणिपुष्पकौ okay simple the words are simple so let's go to the next flow काश्यश्च परमेश्वासशिखण्डी च महारथः धृष्टद्युम्नो विराटश्च सात्यकिश्चापराजितः okay काश्यश्च see the joint letter is with ya so in a hurry we may say kashashcha but ya is over there we cannot forget that ya so the ya has to be heard clearly so it should be kashyashcha काश्यश्च परमेश्वासश् काश्यश्च परमेश्वासश् शिखण्डी च महारथः शिखण्डी D we have to belong शिखण्डी च महारथः धृष्टद्युम्नो aghat on all the letters see all three letters first three letters धृष्टद्युम्नो aghat on dhru for partial sh aghat on t for partial d and aghat on dyu for partial ma धृष्टद्युम्नो धृष्टद्युम्नो विराटश्च aghat again on t for partial sh with a separate pronunciation short pronunciation satyakishchaparajitah satyakishchaparajitah kishcha aghat is prominent kishchaparajitah okay next shloka please द्रुपदो द्रौपदेयाश्च सर्वशः पृथिवीपते सौभद्रश्च महाबाहुश्च शङ्खान् दध्मुः पृथक् पृथक्. Okay, see the first chरण. द्रुपदो द्रौपदेयाश्च द्रुपदो द्रौ do and द्रौ, and there is aghat, but the aghat becomes soft over here. So on the long pronounced letters, even though the following letter is joint letter, the aghat becomes soft, right? So the first preference we have to give for the long pronunciation, and then we can recite the partial letter for aghat. Okay, so drupado draupadeyascha द्रुपदो द्रौपदेयाश्च सर्वशः पृथिवीपते सर्वशः पृथिवी. These three different letters are there. Usually when we say prithvi, we say prithvi, right? But th and v are separate over here. So it is prithivipate. Sarvashah prithivipate. सौभद्रश्च महाबाहुश्च सौभद्रश्च, again aghats on letter bh, letter dr, so don't forget those aghats. सौभद्रश्च महाबाहुश्च शङ्खान् दध्मुः पृथक् पृथक्. दध्मुः पृथक् 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 पृथक. Last letter k is halanta, so we have to take it quickly. Prithak prithak. Okay, shankhan dadma prithak prithak. Okay, next book please. सघोषो धार्तराष्ट्राणां हृदया निव्यदारयत् नभश्च पृथिवीं चैव tumulo vyanunaadayan. Okay, see the first chरण. Saghosho, ghosho, both have with a long pronunciation. Saghosho, sa with a complete pronunciation, and then the next two letters we are going to pronounce. Saghosho, saghosho, dhartarashtranam. Now in a hurry we tend to say dhartra, but it is not tra. Wherever this word comes, it is dharta, dharta, and not dhartra. Dharta. Okay, dharta rashtrana. Saghosho dharta rashtrana. Hridaya nivyadarayat. Hridaya nivyada, dviti of letter v. Hridaya nivyadarayat. Okay, nabhascha prithivim chaiva. Nabhascha aghat on dha for partial sha. Prithivim chaiva, vim chaiva. Now some participants they tend to say vain. It is not vain, it is v. So v and then ya pronounce, we have to pronounce the nasal pronunciation for ya. Cha cha ja cha ya. So it is veencha. It is not veencha, it is veencha. Nabhascha prithivim chaiva. Nabhascha prithivim chaiva. Okay. Tumulo vyanunadayan. Tumu, both are with a short pronunciation. Tumulo vyanunadayan. Tumulo vyanunadayan. Okay, next one. Athavyavasthitan drishtva dhartarashtraन् kapidhvajaha pravritte shastra sampate dhanurudyamya pandavaha. Athavyavasthitan drishtva. Athavyavasthitan, aghat on tha for partial v, so there is dviti of letter v. Athavyavasthitan, vyavasthitan, aghat on letter v also for partial sa. Tan drishtva, dr, as we say in drishti, drishtva, drishtva, drishtva. So there is natural aghat on letter dru because dru is followed by three letters which have come as joint letter, right? So drishtva, partial sh will go with dru and ta will go with va. Drishtva. Okay, va we can prolong. अथव्यवस्थितान् दृष्ट्वा धार्तराष्ट्रान् कपिध्वजः धार्तराष्ट्रान् कपिध्वजः प्रवृत्ते शस्त्रसम्पाते प्रवृत्ते वृत्ते. There are two similar consonants followed by vru, so the natural aghat on vru. So pravritte vritte, okay, pravritte shastra sampate shastra sampate dhanurudyamya pandavaha dhanurudyamya dhanurudyamya. Nu and ru, both the letters are with a short pronunciation, so aghat on ru it becomes prominent. Rudyamya, rudyamya. Aghat on dia also becomes prominent because dia, it is partial the and complete ya, so aghat is there on letter ya because ya is complete, so it is dhanurudyamya, dhanurudyamya pandavaha dhanurudyamya pandavaha. Okay, next one please. ऋषिकेशं तदा वाक्यम् इदमाह महीपते अर्जुन उवाच सेनयोरुभयोर्मध्ये रथं स्थापयमेच्युत. ऋषिकेशं, R as we say in Hriday, ऋषिकेशं, all the three letters, Shri and K with a long pronunciation and Shan with the anunasik partial na. ऋषिकेशं tada vakyam idamah mahipate. Ida, E is with a short vowel sound. E is a bit a short vowel sound, so we should be taking it quickly. Idamah mahipate idamah mahipate. Arjuna uvacha senayorubhayormadhye. In between rubha, these two letters are with the complete pronunciation. So if we prolong yo, senayorubhayor, then automatically rubha comes in tune, okay, with a short pronunciation. Senayorubhayor madhye. It is not madhe, it is madhye. Senayorubhayor madhye ratham sthapayamechyutam. Ratham sthapaya, sthapaya, paya, complete pronunciation. It is not sthapaya. Sthapayamechyutam. Ratham sthapayamechyutam. Okay. Chyuta, ta is also complete. Next sloka, please. यावदेतान्निरीक्षेऽहं योद्धुकामानवस्थितान् कैर्मया सह योद्धव्यम् अस्मिन् रणसमुद्यमे. यावदेतान् तान्निरीक्षेऽहम्. It should not be tan, it is tan. यावदेतान् निरीक्षेऽहम् योद्धुकामानवस्थितान्. It is not yodhu, it is yodhu. So योद्धुकामानवस्थितान् कैर्मया. Kai, ka with I pronunciation, so we have to prolong it. Kairmaya saha yodhavyam. Again, in between saha, these two letters are with a complete pronunciation. So it is not sah, it is sah. Kairmaya sah yodhavyam. Kairmaya sah yodhavyam. Yodhavyam. Okay, aghat on the for partial verb. So there is dviti of letter verb. Yodhavyam. Asmin ranasamudyame. Asmin ranasamudyame. Asmin rana. Rana. Both the letters are with the complete pronunciation. Asmin ranasamudyame. Mudyame. Aghat is prominent on letter a, me, and mo. Okay. Asmin ranasamudyame. Okay. Next show, please. योत्स्यमानानवेक्षेऽहम्. योत्स्यमानानवेक्षेऽहम्. य एतेऽत्र समागताः. य एतेऽत्र समागताः. धार्तराष्ट्रस्य दुर्बुद्धेर्युद्धे प्रियचिकीर्षवः. Yotsya. The we will be pronouncing first and then sia. Okay. Yotsya. Yotsyamananaveksheham. Ksha as we pronouncing kshatriya. Kshama. Okay. Partial ka and murdhanya sha. Okay. So it is naveksheham. योत्स्यमानानवेक्षेऽहम्. य एतेऽत्र समागताः. This charan is simple. Dhartarashtrasya durbudher. Dharta and not dhartra. Dhartarashtrasya durbudher. Yuddhe प्रियचिकीर्षवः. युद्धे प्रियचिकीर्षवः. युद्धे प्रियचिकीर्षवः. Key we have to prolong and at the end the visarga sound aha. So it is चिकीर्षवः. Okay. धार्तराष्ट्रस्य दुर्बुद्धेर् युद्धे प्रियचिकीर्षवः. ठीक है. नेक्स्ट श्लोक प्लीज. संजय उवाच एवमुक्तो ऋषिकेशो गुडाकेशेन भारत सेनयोरुभयोर्मध्ये स्थापयित्वा रथोत्तमम्. एवमुक्तो आघात on मुंह पर partial का. मुक्तो ऋषिकेशो. We have already learned this how to say. ऋषिकेशो गुडाकेशेन भारत. It is not Bharat. Bharat. सेनयोरुभयोर्मध्ये. We have already seen this in the last shloka. सेनयोरुभयोर्मध्ये स्थापयित्वा. स्थापयित्वा. It is here with e vowel sound. So we tend to say स्थापयित्वा, but it is not itva, yitva. स्थापयित्वा रथोत्तमम्. सेनयोरुभयोर्मध्ये स्थापयित्वा रथोत्तमम्. Okay, next please. भीष्मद्रोण प्रमुखतः सर्वेषां च महीक्षिताम्. उवाच पार्थ पश्यैतान् समवेतान् कुरुनिति. भीष्मद्रोण प्रमुखतः. See the aghats over here. Aghat on ma and aghat on na are prominent aghats, right? So भीष्मद्रोणप्रमुखतस् भीष्मद्रोणप्रमुखतस् सर्वेषां च महीक्षिताम् सर्वेषां shine sha we have to prolong and then the nasal sound for ya सर्वेषां च महीक्षिताम् last letter हलन्तम महीक्षिताम् उवाच पार्थ पश्यैतान् उवाच it is not uvach it is uvacha cha with a complete pronunciation as we say Arjuna uvacha the same uvacha we are going to say pronounce over here उवाच पार्थ पश्यैतान् see the joint letter with ya with I pronunciation so yai will be the long pronunciation ta with the long pronunciation and the last letter na should be halanta पश्यैतान् उवाच पार्थ पश्यैतान् समवेतान् कुरुनिति sama it is not sam it is sama complete pronunciation samavetan kuru ku is short ru is with a long pronunciation right kuru niti okay samavetan kuruniti let's see the whole shlok bhishmadrona pramukhatas सर्वेषां च महीक्षिताम् उवाच पार्थ पश्यैतान् समवेतान् कुरुनिति okay let's see the next look तत्रापश्यत् स्थितान् पार्थ sorry तत्रापश्यत् स्थितान् पार्थ पितॄनथ पितामह आचार्यान् मातुलान् भ्रातॄन् पुत्रान् पौत्रान् सख्युंस्तथा तत्रापश्यत् पश्यत् okay it should not be pashyat it is pashyat तत्रापश्यत् स्थितान् पार्थ तत्रापश्यत् स्थितान् पार्थ okay पितॄनथ पितामह this tru has got double curves at the bottom of the that means Rushiwala Ru is with a dirgha pronunciation so long pronunciation for Rushiwala Ru okay because Pitru when we say I'm sorry because Pitru when we say it is a combination of a vyanjan that is a consonant and a vowel right so here Ru is with a long pronunciation so we have to say Pitrūnath Pitamahan Pitrūnath Pitamahan okay Acharyan Matulan Bhratrun again see two curves at the bottom of the so that means again it's a Rushiwala Ru okay yes just a minute give me a second yes sorry thank you Didi so Acharyan Matulan Bhratrun again two curves at the bottom of the so again the dirgha pronunciation the long pronunciation for Rushiwala Ru okay so it is Acharyan Matulan Bhratrun Putran Pautran Sakhyus Tatha Putran Pautran Sakhyus Tatha Ki has got anuswar and the following letter is sa so the anuswar sound will be va Sakhyus पुत्रान् पौत्रान् सखिंस्तथा तत्रापश्यत् स्थितान् पार्थ पितॄनथ पितामहान् आचार्यान् मातुलान् भ्रातॄन् पुत्रान् पौत्रान् सखिंस्तथा. Next book, please. श्वशुरान् सुहृदश्चैव सेनयोरुभयोरपि तान् समीक्ष्य स कौन्तेयः सर्वान् बन्धूनवस्थितान्. श्वशुरान् सुहृदश्चैव श्वशुरान् सुहृदश्, okay, ru as we say in hriday. So ru, both are with a short pronunciation, complete pronunciation. Dash chaiva, surdash chaiva, okay. Shwashuran surdash chaiva senayorubhayorapi. Rapi, ra and p with a short pronunciation, okay. Senayorubhayorapi. सेनयोरुभयोरपि तान् समीक्ष्य स कौन्तेयः तान् समीक्ष्य see, ya is joined to ksha. In a hurry we may tend to say samiksha, but it is not samiksha, it is samikshya, okay. Tan samikshya sa kaunteyas तान् समीक्ष्य स कौन्तेयः सर्वान् बन्धून्. Take this long pronunciation for du, then only the remaining letters will be in tune, okay. सर्वान् बन्धूनवस्थितान् तान् समीक्ष्य स कौन्तेयः सर्वान् बन्धूनवस्थितान्. Next book, please, Didi. Okay. कृपया परयाविष्टो विषीदन्निदमब्रवीत्. अर्जुन उवाच दृष्ट्वेमं स्वजनं कृष्ण युयुत्सुं समुपस्थितम् कृपया परयाविष्टो paraya para with a complete pronunciation. It is not parayavishto vishidanidamabravit. Arjuna uvacha drishtve dru, again the partial the, that is consonant partial the, and rushivala ru, and the curve at the bottom of indicates that it is rushivala, so it is drishtve swajanam krishna yuyutsum samupasthitam. Yuyu, both the letters are with a short pronunciation. Yuyutsum, okay. Yuyutsum. It should not happen that you take rasva and the next one is with a long pronunciation. No, both are with a short pronunciation. So we have to join the next immediately, so it will be in tune. Yuyutsum samupasthitam, okay. Drishtve swajanam krishna yuyutsum samupasthitam, okay. Next look, please. Sidanti mama atra मुखञ्च परिशुष्यते वेपथुश्च शरीरे मे रोमहर्षश्च जायते सीदन्ति see we have to prolong sidanti will be the wrong pronunciation सीदन्ति mama complete pronunciation gatrani gatra both the letters with the long pronunciation ni with the short pronunciation सीदन्ति mama gatrani सीदन्ति mama gatrani मुखञ्च परिशुष्यति मुखञ्च परिशुष्यति pari both have with the short pronunciation parishushati actually all the letters in this particular charan are with the short pronunciation parishushati so no pause in between without a pause we are the H in a flow right vepathuscha sharire me vepathuscha sharire me ri re me long pronunciation romaharshashaye roshcha jayate okay Roma ma in between ma ha these two letters are with a complete pronunciation it should not be rom it is roma harshascha jayate okay next slok please गाण्डीवं स्रंसते हस्तात् त्वक्चैव परिदह्यते न च शक्नोम्यवस्थातुं भ्रमतीव च मे मनः गाण्डीवं we have to prolong गाण्डीवं स्रंसते it is sa with r sa partial and r complete it is not strausate it is srausate sa partial and r complete and the anusvar on the letter sra we have to pronounce as v so the pronunciation for that word is srausate okay गाण्डीवं स्रंसते हस्तात् त्वक्चैव partial ta were complete and aghat on twa for partial ka cha with I that is chaiva so long pronunciation for chai va with a complete pronunciation त्वक्चैव परिदह्यते yate her partial year complete dahyate okay त्वक्चैव परिदह्यते न च शक्नोम्यवस्थातुं न च both the letters are with a complete and short pronunciation न च शक्नोम्यवस्थातुं that year for mya should be heard clearly न च शक्नोम्यवस्थातुं भ्रमतीव च मे मनः T with a long pronunciation and then next two letters we have to take quickly so that the remaining letters will be in tune भ्रमतीव च मे मनः okay next look please निमित्तानि च पश्यामि विपरीतानि केशव न च श्रेयोनुपश्यामि हत्वा स्वजनमाहवे निमित्तानि two thirds are there right two similar consonants followed by me right so the natural aghat will be there on letter me so निमित्तानि च पश्यामि विपरीतानि kev. Sh, v, both are with the complete pronunciation. Daritani keshavam. Shre pashyami. Nash, letter ch. Na ch. With the complete pronunciation, short pronunciation, with agha sh. Nachashre of letter sh. Nachashreyo nupashyami. Nupashyami. No, with pronunciation. Hatva swajanamahave. Hatva jana. Hatva swajanamahave. Shreyo ashyami. Hatva janamahave. Next, please. Next. Nakankshe vijayam krishna nacha rajyam sukhani cha kinno rajyena govinda kim bhogair jivitena va. Nakankshe, kankshe, okay, ka, we have to prolong, then the nasal sound for ga and followed by kshe, ksha, kshatriya ksha with a sound, kshe. Nakankshe vijayam krishna, nakankshe vijayam krishna, vijayam krishna, nacha rajyam sukhani cha. Nacha rajyam sukhani cha kinno rajyena govinda kinno kinno, okay, kinno rajyena, this here also has to be heard clearly. Kinno rajyena govinda kim bhogair jivitena va. Kim bhogair, gair, because G has got rafa, so the previous letter gai will have the partial ra sound. So kim bhogair jivitena va. Kinno rajyena govinda kim bhogair jivitena va. Okay, next you please. येषामर्थे
हे जे आहे ना मी घालून पाहिलं ना आणि ते
Hello. Panduranga, yes. Okay. येषामर्थे काङ्क्षितन्नो राज्यं भोगा सुखानि च त इमेव स्थिता युद्धे प्राणां त्यक्त्वा धनानि च येषामर्थे येषाथे. These three letters are with a long pronunciation. So, येषामर्थे काङ्क्षितन्नो काङ्क्षि काङ्क्षितन्नो g with ksha, okay, काङ्क्षितन्नो येषामर्थे काङ्क्षितन्नो राज्यं भोगा सुखानि च राज्यं भोगा sukhani cha bhoga. Both the letters we have to prolong and then the visarga sound partial sa. Rajyam bhoga sukhani cha. Ta ime, ta with a complete pronunciation, e also with a short pronunciation. E is with a short vowel sound, right? So ta ime vasthita yuddhe. त इमेव स्थिता युद्धे प्राणां त्यक्त्वा धनानि च pranaus. Now over here, yudhe, though the charan ends over there, we can take a partial sound of pa towards the end of de, right? Because they, we have to prolong first and then the partial sound of the joint letter we should pronounce, right? So it will be the ime vasthita yudhe, yudhe pranaus tyaktva, pranaus. The anuswar sound will be va. Pranaus tyaktva dhana nicha, dhana nicha. Ta imeva sthita yudhe pranaus tyaktva dhana nicha. Okay, next slok Didi. आचार्याः पितरः पुत्रास् तथैव च पितामहाः मातुलाश्वशुराः पौत्राश् श्यालाः सम्बन्धिनस्तथा Acharya, all the three letters are with the long pronunciation, and then for we are not going to pronounce, only the exhalation of letter A, that is Acharya, Acharya, Pitara, Pitara, Putras, Putras. It should not be Putras. Tra we have to prolong first and then the visarga sound, partial sa will be taken. Acharya Pitara Putras Tathaiva cha pitamaha, Tathaiva cha pitamaha, Vachapi. These three letters are with a short pronunciation in between thi and ta. Okay, so Tathaiva cha pitamaha, Matulash, Matulashvashura Pautrash, Matulashvashura Pautrash. See, the visarga sounds are given in the bracket, but then the long pronunciation we have to take first and then the visarga sound. Okay, so it should not be Matulashvashura Pautrash. No. Matulashvashura Pautrash Shyala Sambandhinas-tatha. Shyalas, Shyalas. It is not Shala, it is Shyala. Shyalas Sambandhinas-tatha. Shyalas Sambandhinas-tatha. See, the aghats on letters sa, ba and na are prominent. Sambandhinas-tatha. Okay, next look, Didi. एतान्नहन्तुमिच्छामि घ्नतोऽपि मधुसूदन अपित्रैलोक्यराज्यस्य हेतोः किन्नु मही कृते हन्तुमिच्छामि. Me has got aghat, but we stop over there because charan ends, right? But then still we have to take the partial gha with me. So it should be mig, a slight pronunciation of the partial letter. So etannahantumiच्छामि घ्नतोऽपि मधुसूदन, घ्नतोऽपि मधुसूदन. Madhusudana. Dhru is short, su is long. Madhusudana. Apitrailokya rajyasya. Apit, aghat on P for partial ta. Apitrailokya rajyasya heto kinnu mahi krite. Heto kinnu mahi krite. Apitrailokya rajyasya heto kinnu mahi krite. Next look, Didi. Nihatya निहत्यधार्तराष्ट्रान् का प्रीतिः स्यात् जनार्दन पापमेवाश्रयेदस्मान् हत्वैतानाततायिनः निहत्य आघात on her letter for partial the year complete निहत्य धार्तराष्ट्रान् धार्तराष्ट्रान् निहत्य धार्तराष्ट्रान् का प्रीतिः स्यात् जनार्दन का प्रीतिः स्यात् जनार्दन स्या we have to prolong a little, so automatically the partial ja comes towards the end of ya, and then next ja is we will be pronouncing with the next letter, so it will be स्यात् जनार्दन का प्रीतिः स्यात् जनार्दन निहत्य धार्तराष्ट्रान् का प्रीतिः स्यात् जनार्दन पापमेवाश्रयेदस्मान् simple charan it is पापमेवाश्रयेदस्मान् हत्वैतानाततायिनः हत्वैतानाततायिनः. It is not e, inaha. It is ya with e, so it is yinaha. The ya has to be heard clearly with e sound, okay, e vowel sound. हत्वैतानाततायिनः पापमेवाश्रयेदस्मान् हत्वैतानाततायिनः. Okay, next look with it. तस्मान्नार्हा वयं हन्तुम् राष्ट्रान् स्वबान्धवान् स्वजनं हि कथं हत्वा सुखिनः स्याम माधव तस्मान्नार्हा. If we prolong the letters, then only that partial r sound we can easily take with na. Okay, tasmanarha. Okay, tasmanarha vayam hantun. Tasmanarha vayam hantun dhartarashtran swabandhavan. धार्तराष्ट्रान् स्वबान्धवान् स्वजनं हि कथं हत्वा. Over here see swajanam he is with a short pronunciation, so swajanam hi katham immediately after he we will be taking the next letter ka. Swajanam hi katham okay, swajanam hi katham हत्वा स्वजनं हि कथं हत्वा सुखिनः स्याम माधव सुखिनः स्याम माधव. Okay, next look please. यद्यप्येते न पश्यन्ति लोभोपहत चेतसः कुलक्षयकृतं दोषं मित्रद्रोहे च पातकम्. यद्यप्येते, see aghat on letter y and the are prominent. Yadyapyete, pyete. It is not yadyapete, it is yadyapyete. Pa is joined to ya, right, with the a pronunciation, a vowel sound. So it is pyete. Yadyapyete na pashyanti. Yadyapyete na pashyanti लोभोपहत चेतसः. Simple charan. लोभोपहत चेतसः Kulakshaya Krutan Dosham. Kulakshaya, aghat on la for partial ka, sha, murdhanya sha will be complete and ya also will be complete. Kulakshaya Krutam, sorry, it is Krutan. Kulakshaya Krutan Dosham. Kulakshaya Krutan Dosham. Mitradrohe cha patakam. Both the letters will have aghat. Letter mi for partial ta and letter tra with partial da. Mitradrohe cha patakam. It should not be mitradrohe. It is mitradrohe cha patakam. Shayakrutan dosham. Mitradrohe cha patakam. Okay, next slope, please. Next slope, please. Kathannadne asmabhe apasivartitum kulchakrutan dosham prapashyadbhirjanardanam kathannadneyamasmabhe. Now the aghat, the sound of aghat will be different for everybody. Why? Because it will depend upon our pronunciation of dnya. If we are pronouncing dnya, then the aghat will be for the nadneya. Okay. If it is for g, if you are pronouncing gya, then it will be kathanagyeya, nagyeya. So dviti of that partial letter will be on the kathanagyeya masmabhe. Masmabhe. Kathanneya masmabhe. Okay, all the pronunciations are accepted. So nadneya, nagyeya or najneya, najneya. Okay, kathannajneya masmabhe papadasman nivartitum. Dasman nivartitum. Just prolong the letter ma, so automatically. So the previous letter, so if the letter is followed by two similar consonants, so the aghat, if it is prominent, then yes, we can give the aghat, prominent aghat for partial na, natural aghat. But if the previous letter, most of the times the previous letter is with a long pronunciation. So just prolong that letter so that automatically that partial na comes towards the end of the pronunciation of that long pronounced letter. So if we pronounce this ma, so it will be like papadasman nivartitum. So it becomes easier to pronounce the next two similar consonants, right? And also the aghat is taken care of. Papadasman nivartitum. Papadasman nivartitum. Okay. Kulakshaya kritan dosham. Just similar charan as we have seen in shlok number 38, right? Kulakshaya kritan dosham prapashyad bhirjanardana. Prapashyad bhirjanardana. Prapashyad bhirjanardana. Prapashyad bhir. Okay. Prapashyad bhirjanardana. Kulakshaya kritan dosham prapashyad bhirjanardana. Okay. Yes. Next slope, please, Didi. Kulakshaye pranashyanti kuladharma sanatanaha dharme nashte kulam snam adharmo bhibhavatyuta. Kulakshaye, aghat on la for partial ka, sha with the complete pronunciation. Kulakshaye, kulakshaye pranashyanti. Pranashyanti, that year has to be heard clearly, okay? Pranashyanti, कुलक्षये प्रणश्यन्ति कुलधर्माः सनातनाः कुलधर्माः सनातनाः धर्मे नष्टे कुलं कृत्स्नम् धर्मे नष्टे कुलं मेटे. Both the letters are with the long pronunciation. Kulang, ga, need the sound. Kulang kritsam. The slant is na, so it is kritsnam. Nashte kulang kritsnam adharmo bhibhavatyuta. Bhi is with a short pronunciation. So immediately after bhi, we are going to say the next letter bha. Bhibhavatyuta adharmo bhibhavatyuta kulakshye pranashyanti kuladharma sanatanaha धर्मे नष्टे कुलं कृत्स्नम् अधर्मो भिभवत्युत. Okay, next श्लोक दीदी. अधर्मा विभवात् कृष्ण अधर्मा मा we have to learn. अधर्मा भिभवात् कृष्ण. See, the charan ends over there, but then na has got aghat because following letter is pra. So partial pa pronunciation, slight pronunciation will be taking with na. So it will be adharma bhibhavat krishna. Adharma bhibhavat krishna. Bhibhavat, va we have to belong. Bhibhavat krishna pradushyanti kulasriyaha. Pradushyanti. There is no aghat on pradushanti. Sometimes it is said like this, pradushyanti, but that will be wrong because there is no aghat on pra. So do we are going to say very in a simple way, but there will be aghat on letter du. Pradushyanti kulasriyaha. Okay. अधर्माभिभवात् कृष्ण प्रदुष्यन्ति कुलस्त्रियः स्त्रीषु दुष्टासु वार्ष्णेय स्त्रीषु दुष्टासु वार्ष्णेय the partial ra sound on va because there is rafar on letter ni, right? So partial ra sound will be taking towards the end of va. So it will be varshneya. Strishu dushtasu varshneya. Jayate varna sankaraha. Jayate varna sankaraha. Sankaraha. स्त्रीषु दुष्टासु वार्ष्णेय जायते वर्णसंकरः जायते वर्णसंकरः. ठीक है, नेक्स्ट श्लोक प्लीज. संकरो नरकायैव कुलघ्नाङ्कुलस्य च पतन्ति पितरो येषां लुप्तपिण्डोदकक्रियाः. संकरो नरकायैव, सिंपल चरण. संकरो नरकायैव कुलघ्नानाङ्कुलस्य च कुलस्य च. Aghat on la for partial sa, ya with the complete pronunciation and cha also with the short pronunciation. Patanti pitaro yesham. Patanti pitaro, it is not pitro, it is pitaro yesham. पतन्ति पितरो ह्येषां लुप्तपिण्डोदकक्रियाः लुप्तपिण्डोदकक्रियाः दकक्रियाः. There is dviti of letter k. दकक्रियाः लुप्तपिण्डोदकक्रियाः पतन्ति पितरो ह्यां लुप्तपिण्डोदकक्रियाः. Okay, next shloka is it. Very few shlokas are left. Have patience. Please concentrate. दोषैरेतैः कुलघ्नानां वर्णसङ्करकारकैः उत्साद्यन्ते जातिधर्मा कुलधर्माश्च शाश्वताः. दोषैरेतैः, all letters are with a long pronunciation. दोषैरेतैः कुलघ्नानां वर्णसङ्करकारकैः वर्णसङ्करकारकैः उत्साद्यन्ते जातिधर्मा उत्साद्यन्ते उत्साद्यन्ते जातिधर्मा कुलधर्माश्च शाश्वताः. कुलधर्माश्च धर्माश्च शाश्वताः. It is kula. La with a complete pronunciation. Kuladhar. Wherever this word comes, la should be pronounced with complete pronunciation. कुलधर्माश्च शाश्वताः उत्साद्यन्ते जातिधर्मा कुलधर्माश्च शाश्वताः. Next shloka please. उत्सन्नकुलधर्माणां मनुष्याणां जनार्दनम् नरके नियतं वासो भवतीत्यनुशुश्रुम. उत्सन्नकुल okay. उत्सन्नकुलधर्माणां उत्सन्नकुलधर्माणां मनुष्याणां ñ sound मनुष्याणां जनार्दनम् उत्सन्नकुलधर्माणां मनुष्याणां जनार्दनम् नरके नियतं वासो. Simple charan, no joint letter at all. नरके नियतं वासो भवतीत्यनुशुश्रुम. This T letter, if we prolong, then only the next letters, which are all with a short pronunciation, will be in tune. If we don't prolong T, then we cannot fit those letters in a tune, right? So, भवतीत्यनुशुश्रुम, 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 शुश्रुम. Okay. नरके नियतं वासो भवतीत्यनुशुश्रुम. Okay. Next look, please. अहो बत महत् पापं कर्तुं व्यवसिता वयं यद्राज्यसुखलोभेन हन्तुं स्वजनमुद्यताः. Aho but, it is not but, okay. Both the letters are with the complete pronunciation. Aho but mahat papang, but mahat papang. Aho but mahat papang kartum vyavasita vayam. Kartum vyavasita vayam. व्यवसिता वयम् यद्राज्य सुखलोभेन yadrajya aghat on ya is prominent. Dra, the aghat becomes softer. Okay, because dra we have to prolong and then we have to give the partial aghat sound with the help of j. Okay, yadrajya sukhalobhena yadrajya sukhalobhena hantum Vajanamudhyataha. Simple. Hantum aghat on her for partial na. Tum with a short pronunciation. Swajana. Swajana. Jana with a complete pronunciation. Mudhyataha. Aghat on mu for partial the. And yataha. Hantum swajana mudhyataha. Yadrajya sukhalobhena. Hantum swajana mudyataha. Okay. Only 2 shlokas are left. So let's go ahead. Please concentrate. Have patience. Yadimam pratikaram. Yadimam pratikaram. Ashastram shastrapanayam. Dhartarashtrarane hanyus. Tanme kshemataram bhave. Yadimam Yadi. T is with a short pronunciation. Yadimam mam. Okay. Aghat on ma for partial pa. Yadimam pratikaram. Yadimam pratikaram. Ashastram shastrapanayah. Ashastram shastrapanayah. Dhartarashtrarane hanyus. Dhartarashtra. Dhartarashtrarane hanyus. Hanyus. Okay. Hanyus. You and with a visarga sound. Halantasa. Dhartarashtrarane hanyus. Tanme kshemataram bhavet. Simple charan, only concentrate on the long pronunciation. Me ksheve. Okay. Tanme kshemataram bhavet. Okay. Next slok didi. The last slok of the chapter. Sanjaya uvacha evamuktvarjuna sankhye रथोपस्थ उपाविशत् विसृज्य सशरैं चापं शोकसंविघ्नमानसः एवमुक्त्वार्जुनः संख्ये संख्ये खवित्य संख्ये रथोपस्थ उपाविशत् visrujya. The aghat will not be there on letter V. It should not be visrujya, right? Because sru is not a joint letter. It is a combination of vowel and a consonant, right? Sa is a vowel, sa is a consonant, and the half curve at the bottom indicates rushi wala ru, so that is a vowel. So it is not a joint letter, so there will be no aghat on V. So it should not be visrujya. It should be visrujya. Aghat will be on letter sru. Visrujya sasharain chapam. Visrujya sasharain chapam. Sasharain chapam. Visrujya sasharain chapam. Shoka samvighnamanasaha. Shoka samvigna. The pronunciation of the anusvar will be va. Samvigna manasaha. Visrujya sasharain chapam. Shoka samvigna manasaha. Okay, let's have the pushpika. Om Tat Saditi Shri योगशास्त्रे श्रीकृष्णार्जुन संवादे अर्जुन विषाद योगो नाम प्रथमोऽध्यायः प्रथमोऽध्यायः. Aghat on letter ma for partial per. Ma is followed by pra, right? So it is nama prathamodhyayah. Okay. Om Shri Krishna Arpanamastu. Jai Shri Krishna to all of you. Thank you for your patience, patient listening. Okay. We will have the doubts if you have any. You can raise your hands if you have it. Anybody has got any doubt. No doubts. Or you are tired. Two possibilities. Yes.
Didi, should I share that sheet?
Yes. Okay, yes. The mark sheet. Let's have the look of the mark sheet. The distribution of marks. Of course, you know this because you have already given Jigyasu and Pathak exam. Only number of chapters are more over here. The distribution of marks is same. Like Didi sharing the mark sheet.
Yeah.
So
Just a second, Didi, I'm not.
till then, maybe you can you unmute Atul Kulkarni ji so that if he has any doubt, we can clarify. Okay, we will sort out the doubt later on. First, we will have a look at the mark sheet, right? So as you know, your name will be printed, PRN, everything will be printed on the mark sheet, right? Now the chapters are first chapter, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 9th, 12th, 14th, 15th, and 16th, 17th, right? So 12 chapters are there, right? So if you have the other choice, then those chapters will be appear over there, right? So don't worry about it, but you have to mention when you fill the form, you have to mention the chapters. If you are taking instead of 3rd chapter, if you want to take 8 chapters, so it is allowed. Any 12 chapters from the Bhagavad Gita, from 1st to 18 chapters, right? So 12 chapters. So standard chapters we take as these chapters, which you can see on the mark sheet, right? So as you know that the 1 mark is given for the name of the chapter, right? So you should not lose mark on that. So for 1 mark for name of the chapter, then 2 marks are given for reciting the first chapter, right? So these 3 marks for each chapter you can gain easily, right? Then the next 3 blocks are for the recitation. How much you have learned, how much you have done the kanthastikaran, how much you have by hearted, right? So if you have by hearted perfectly, then 8 out of 8 you will get, right? Then so the entire chapter, let us take the example of first chapter. The entire chapter will be divided into 3 parts. The shlokas will be asked from those 3 parts, right? So from first part, suppose first chapter we have done today, it has got 47 shlokas, right? So the first shloka you'll be reciting, so remaining 36 shlokas. So let us shlokas, so each part will be of 15 shlokas. So out of those 15 shlokas, the first shloka will be asked, right? Then the middle part and the end part of the shlokas, right? So first 15, middle 15, and last 15. So each chapter will be divided, the trainer will divide into 3 parts, and from the shlokas will be asked, right? From those 3 parts, right? So the first shloka will be asked, first charan will be asked to you. You have to complete the shloka and then the next shloka. The pattern is exactly same as it is in Jigyasu and Pathak. Okay, so there is no change at all. Then the marks are given for Anuswar, visarga and the clarity of your pronunciation. Okay, the aghats. Okay, so 5 marks are also in your hand, right? So that is why while reciting the shlokas, while by hearting the shlokas, please take care of these small things: the anusvar, visarga, and aghat, and the clarity of the shloka. So the 5 marks are kept chapter. So total 12 chapters. So 12 5s are 60 marks you can gain over there. Okay. Then we can come to lay and uchcharan spashtata. That is the pronunciation, how clear your the tune that you are. Any tune you can use, right? But it should be in tune. It should not be like you are reading. Evam satata yukta ye. Okay, it should not be like that. It has to have some tune, right? So marks are given out of 16, marks will be given for that. So the total exam will be of 400 marks. For each chapter, you have to score at least 16 marks to pass the exam. If you recite first chapter, third chapter, fourth chapter correctly, and fifth chapter, right, you stuck somewhere and you don't remember any, like you forget something, and it happens. So it should not happen, of course, but only it is our duty to tell the rules of the examinations. So for that I am telling. So if you stuck somewhere and you don't remember anything, then if the totaling doesn't match with 16, then we have to stop that. The trainer has to stop the exam, right? So it is compulsory to score more than 16 marks in each chapter, right? So the total marks will be out of 400. So all the best to all of you. So I think, Didi, I have covered all the points. Is anything left? I don't think so.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Chalo. So if you have any doubt, we can clarify those doubts. Or if anybody is interested in giving the demo lesson, then we can have the demo lesson also. Demo exam also, not demo lesson, demo exam also. Yes, Atulji.
जैसे कि I would like to do the demo, Didi.
Demo, okay, demo. First, if anybody has got any doubt, then we will have, I think nobody has. So shall we go with the demo lesson, Didi? Demo exam? Shall
Yes,
we go
Didi.
ahead with demo? Okay, okay. So what is the name of the chapter, Atulji?
Arjun Ushad Yoga Nama.
Yes. Ayaneshu cha sarveshu.
Ayaneshu cha sarveshu yatha bhagamavastitaha.
Bhishma.
Sorry.
Bhishma me.
Deva bhirakshantu bhavantas sarva evahi. Madam, I'm forgetting. Sorry.
Tasya.
Tasya sanjanayana harsham. Tasya sanjanayana harsham pururutta pitamaha. Sivvanadam vinatyochaish.
Very good.
Shankhan tatmu pratapavan.
Very good. Very good. Little practice is required. So you can do another 12 days we have. So you can practice till then. Okay. So the exam is on 18th of September, but still the forms are open. So if anybody is interested in, anybody wants to enroll themselves for the exam, they can enroll still. Still there are days the form will be open, right? Another 4-5 days maybe. Okay. Thank you, Atulji. Please
Thank you. Thank you.
practice a little. You have practiced, but then a little more practice is required.
Yeah,
okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, madam.
Yes. Narayan Raoji.
Yes, sir. Demo.
Yes. Sure. Tatashankascha bheryascha.
Tatashankascha bhairyascha pranavanago mukha.
Correct.
Sasagabhyanyanta sasabdastu mulo bhavat. Tatashvetairyukte mahati sandane stito madhava pandavaschaiva divyai shankau pradadmatu.
Perfect. Very good, Narayan Rauji. Very nicely recited. Yes, Uma Lakshmi ji. Yes, Uma ji. I cannot hear you. You are not audible, Didi. Uma ji, you are not audible.
Did
No.
you remove the headphones and try once? Mhm.
Hmm. Till then, anybody else want to give the demo? Till Uma Didi comes. Didi, you can remove your headphones and try.
Didi, if I remove my headphones, it will be worse. Didi, you
Ha, ha,
can't
ha.
hear me at
You
all.
are audible. You are audible now.
Okay, thank you, thank you. Didi,
Yes.
we can choose the chapters in any order.
Yes. No, it will depend upon the examiner.
Oh, like that, huh?
It will
Oh,
depend
okay,
upon the
because
examiner. But it is
because we practice doing that 12th and 15th chapter first.
okay. So you can always tell the examiner that you can ask me in this order. The examiner will do accordingly.
Okay, that's possible. Okay.
Yes, yes,
Thank you, Didi.
yes,
Didi, I like to do a demo.
yes, yes. Sure. So for that you have to remove your headphones, remove your specs. You have to close your eyes and
The problem with my phone is if I remove my headphone, I won't be audible, Didi.
but then how are you going to give the exam?
I
At
think
the
I have
time
to
of
change my
exam, this earphones and specs are not allowed.
specs. I can
You
remove,
cannot
no
use
issue.
headphones. Okay,
I think
right now you can
I-
give
I'll change my instrument in that case, Didi.
okay, okay.
Okay,
You have to because headphones we don't allow.
okay, Didi, fine.
Okay, yes. Chalo.
Hmm.
Bhishmadrona pramukatas
भीष्मद्रोण प्रमकतः सर्वेषां च महिषिताम् आचार्य
no no no
भीष्मद्रोण
uvacha
उवाच पार्थ पश्यैतां समवेदां कुरुनिधिं तत्र पश्यैतां पार्थ कुरुविद्धः
no
पितामह
no no no
no.
pitrunath
पितामहान् आचार्यान् मातृलान् भ्रातॄन् पुत्रान् पौत्रान् स्वकींस्तथा.
yes.
And
Good.
I think I have to practice a
A
lot.
little practice.
Yeah.
No need to
Yeah.
get confused. Do lot of
Okay.
practice. All the best to all of you. I think
Thank you, Didi.
yes, Muskanji. Yes, Muskanji. Do you want to give the demo?
No, Didi, I have just a query that
Huh.
while reciting the shloka, if I forgot it some place,
Huh.
and I got to remember after 10 or 20 seconds, then my
No
marks will
problem.
be deducted or not.
No, no, no. But if it is in a flow, then the marks will not be deducted. Like if you recite the shloka and that time you don't remember, but then after asking the examiner will continue the exam and then you remember later on. So it will not be considered.
Okay, okay. Thank you,
So
Didi.
you can repeat the shloka so that you will remember. The examiner will wait till you
Yeah, in Pathik exam, I
recite.
tried the same way, but I think my marks were deducted just due
Huh.
to this thing.
Yes, yes. So at that time only you remember, then it's okay. Once that shloka is gone, the part is the examiner continues with the exam, then most probably the examiner will not consider.
Okay, thank
Right?
you, Didi.
So
Yeah.
at that time only it is better to recollect whatever you have learned. Okay.
Okay, Didi. And
Just
tomorrow
revise
you
those,
will only teach the next
I don't
adhyaya?
know. I don't know that.
Okay, okay, okay. Okay,
Yes.
Didi. Thank you. Nice to
Thank
see
you
you
so much.
again.
Thank you so much. Chalo. I think the demos are over and queries are not there. So shall we wind up the session?
Yes, Didi.
Okay. We will take the prayer and then we will stop. Okay. Yogesham Sachidanandam Vasudevam Vrajapriyam Dharma Samstapakam Veeram Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. Jai Shri Krishna to all of you. Thank you so much, Didi. Gayatri Didi, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you,
And all
Didi.
the participants, all the best to you. Do well, practice well. There is still time, 10 to 12 days are there. So practice well. All the best to all of you. Thank you so much.